All right, respect the guys that are on here tonight, all right? All right, before I start with our retirees, I want to acknowledge we've had so many young guys that come on the job in the last 10 years. I think since our last retirement party, we had 2 or 3 classes. So if there's any new guys out here I'd like to stand up and be acknowledged from 2013.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Enjoy the party. If you get a chance, go talk to some of the retired guys. It's a lot of fun. You're going to learn a lot about the job. Except for you, Justin. All right, in the past, I guess the past 3 or 4 retirement parties, we've kind of picked out a guy that's gone above and beyond in his service to the department, to the fire department, to the city of Jersey City. Myself and just Charlie Smith came up with this idea. It was probably about 10 years ago now. And actually, the last retirement party, we actually named it in honor of Charlie, who passed away right before the racket. So this year's recipient is Jack Farington. Jack up, I'd like to tell you a little bit about Jack and his life. Now, most of the older guys on the job know Jack, and probably all retired guys here know Jack and had the privilege of working with Jack. But Jack retired in 2009, and correct me if I'm wrong, we probably have close to 300 new guys on the job since then, a little more or less. So a lot of guys don't know Jack. Okay. Anyone know Jack is that retired battalion chief that shows up at every Jersey City function in his Class A uniform, carrying a sword. And the only guy I know that goes to more functions than Jack is Joey Grum. Thank you, Joey Grum. But all serious, all joking aside, Jack had an incredible career. But before Jack started on the fire department, Jack served as a Marine during the Vietnam War between 1962 and 1967. And when he came back to the States and left the Corps, Jack joined the fire department in 1968. After a short stint at Engine 10, I believe, right, Jack?
Yes.
He found a home at Ladder 5, Group D. And for a lot of the young guys out there, Ladder 5 was on Community Avenue, along with 20 Engine. Jack stayed there for over 18 years as a fireman. And the only reason why Jack left was he was promoted to the rank of captain in 1989. I remember Jimmy Walker telling me years ago, when I first came on, he told me, hey kid, the only people that leave D Group are the guys that retire or the guys that get promoted. And I think he was pretty dead on about that. Jack wound up going to Engine 9, C Group, where I believe he worked for another 17 years. Probably one of the busiest houses in the state, if not the whole East Coast. So for most people, that would be a pretty fulfilling career. I think 36 years. Right, but not Jack. Jack wound up being promoted to battalion chief, where he worked 3rd Battalion, Group B, in 2005, I believe. And he worked there until he retired in 2009. And that was over 41 years of dedicated service to this department. So with those credentials alone, I think Jack would have enough to be honored tonight. But Jack's true service to this department started in 1999, when along with Richie Gorman and God rest his soul, Tommy Poplowski, started the Jersey City Honor Guard. And they started out with only a few guys, but over the last 16 years, they've grown to over 18 active members. And I believe this year they had their first female member. Is that right, Jack? The Guard has served many functions for the fire department over the years, ranging from marching in all the parades to leading us in our award ceremonies and promotional ceremonies. They've been recognized not only at the local and state levels, but also at the national level, where they represented Jersey City at the National Fire Academy in Fredericksburg, Maryland. But with all that said, Jack, I believe the most important function the Honor Guard provided is that it honors our fallen brothers and sisters at their wakes and funerals. And I think in the last 16 years, they've served at over 500 funerals and wakes. After witnessing firsthand in 2010 at retired firefighter Johnny Canal's funeral, how touched and appreciative their family was that somebody remembered John after so many years, made me realize how important the Guard was not only to his members, but more so their families. So at this time, I'd like to have Jack come up and receive this year's Captain Charles Smith Service Recognition Award.
It's a tough act to follow, guys, but appreciate it. I'm very humbled that somebody thought this much of me to give us an award, but I got a lot to thank for the job, for the new guys out here. Remember the job. I always respected the job, and I think the job respects us. I live by the credo, Semper Fidelis, and there's a few of us who will remember that. Always be faithful. Always be faithful to yourself, to the job, and to the Corps. And that's the way I live. Thank you. God bless you. And Semper
I tell you.
He has to tell you what I'm saying now?
I'm never both here now.
If you will only mute.
Jimmy, I'm never both here now, sorry. Pushing 70.
All right, now I'm going to start with the retirees. First retiree you're honoring tonight.
I got a request. Tommy Show wants to go first because he's very tired.
Great full duty, Tom. First honoree is Deputy Chief Joe Joe started his career in 1979. His first assignment was Engine 1, Group D. There's a quiz right there. Where's Engine 1? He spent 2 years in Engine 1 on Group D, and he moved on to Engine 11, Truck 7, Group C, where he worked up to his promotion to Captain in 1984. Joe came over to Group D, he saw the light, and he worked at Engine 8. I really didn't know Joe until we got over there, but over the 2 years we worked together, we became very good friends, and I respected him greatly for his leadership and his ability to control his men and be there all the time at the fire ground. So a great guy to have in 2nd Battalion. The only thing was, we lost Joe pretty quick, because Joe got made battalion chief in 1996, and he wound up working in the 3rd Battalion, Group D. And after a short stint as a BC, he got promoted to DC. And Joe finished his career in the CAD office as the acting director of public safety communications. Joe, you'll be greatly missed. I want to congratulate you on your retirement and wish you all the best. Joe Zedra.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate the fact that the group needed to get me. I've been behind us for the last couple of years in the communication center. Oh, whoa, that is really cool. How about that? Wow, thank you. And anyway, it's good to be remembered. Good to have two guys, two of the best captains on the job, Jim Fowler, Jack Farington, the best. And what I hope to remember, and what I know of, what I will remember on the job is really the funny shit. Because it's like, I don't know any other job in the world would be eating dinner at home, and your wife's like, what are you smirking at? And I can't tell you. It doesn't make any sense. I can't tell you. And I hope that, like, if I live another 20 years, that I'll be sitting around a table and still smirking, and she won't, by then she'll know not to ask. It's about the fire department. That's what you can tell. The past couple of years in communications was tough. I did what I could for you guys. It's not a good atmosphere. There's big problems down there. I would like to say, too, that probably the best accomplishment I've had in my career was probably not the communications center or even as a battalion chief. But when I was a captain, I was the only guy to map the cycle of Al Coulter on an ordinary kitchen pipeline. At 12 o'clock, we had a normal human being. 1 o'clock, things started to go awry. And I had it mapped down. People were very impressed, but I knew I couldn't do anything better than that. The other thing I'd like to say is that probably about 20 years ago, I was on the street in New York City, and I saw this T-shirt, and it was like, I had to buy it. And I've never worn it for 20 years. And it just has a saying on it that we could all relate to. And whether fooling around or with great passion, we said it every day. And probably in a communication center, I said it every day. If I didn't say it out loud, I said it to myself. But we're all very familiar with it. I'll show it to you now. There's no kids in here. You won't have to read it. I'll tell you what it says. It says, fuck you, you fucking fuck. The greatest passion in the world. Fuck you, you fucking fuck. We've all been there, and I don't think a day has gone by when that isn't in there. Anyway, listen, I love you guys. I appreciate the fact that anybody I worked with they made me look good. And it was an honor to serve the city of Jersey City. And we'll never forget you guys, and stay safe.
All right, brother.
And believe me, this is the last of
Hey, seed, that's the new seed right there.
Down there, cold! Care enough about the man, and you let them know that you care.
I love you, Joe. Very good. Good job.
Our next honoree is Captain Brett Minor. And I remember him walking in the door at 22 and 4. I was there about a year and a half. And he wound up staying there for a couple of years. And I'll tell you a funny story with his first fire. I think Billy Rupp's here tonight. He can hear you. He was part of it. We were on the truck. I forgot where the building was. And it was a good segment, okay. It was a good ripping fire. And we get off the rig, and Brett gets off, no helmet, no scout, and he just starts walking towards the fire like he wants to. So Billy had to run back and corral him and knock some sense into him and drag him back to the rig to go.
You're a fireman now.
Right. But I have to say, in those 2 years we spent with those guys on truck 4 and 22, we learned a hell of a lot. And Henry Martok, I still consider him the best fireman I've ever seen in my life. Do you hear? Henry, where are you? Great job. He told me all I know about the truck, Billy. Thank you. And I think Brett, when we left there, we knew a lot more than when we walked in that door. Right? And that was the one thing about that back then. No new guys can get in the 2nd Battalion. So we stayed there. We didn't have spots, and we had to wind up leaving for a while. That's how hard it was to get to the 2nd Battalion. What's that? So Brett wound up leaving. He bounced around a little bit. He stayed on D group. He worked at 15 engine, 20 engine for a while on D group. But he worked his way back when he got promoted to captain, and he found a home at 13 engine, where he worked almost to the end of his career, and he finished out his career as the safety officer. Okay, right, Brett? Safety. And he retired in 2015. Brett, I never heard Brett say a bad thing about anybody. He always has a smile on his face like right now. He's a gentleman, and Brett, I want to congratulate you on your retirement.
I just want to say thank you to all, and I got to say two things that are most important. Group D has always been the best group. I've been on B, D, and C, and Group D has always been the best. They treated me like a brother when I came on, and like Jimmy said, our first fire, I remember a couple of fires, I had to try to take the line. I'm more seeing than you, Brett. I got a line in first.
What's your bar is tight?
Told me what he said.
But yes, I got to thank all you guys out there, 17 guys from way back. You always treated me like a brother and with much respect. And I got to say, that's why I always smiled a lot, because you guys made me feel good coming to work. And I never asked anybody to do anything that I didn't do. I learned the hard way, so I had to do it the same way that I learned, the same way I passed the motion. And I can't say anything bad about anybody, because everybody's always put out 100% for me. And when the smoke clears, they were always there.
Battalion Chief Bobby Daly come on. He's going to say a few words on behalf of the two guys in the battalion that retired. Retiree Walt.
On my own mind.
You going down?
Yes, he's taller than you.
No, but I gotta lower the microphone. All right, first of all, I'd like to thank Jimmy and the committee for putting this together for all the D group guys. It's great seeing guys that you haven't seen in a lot of years.
Well, you're a D group guy now.
And I am a D group guy now, and it's great. Guys in the D group are treating me great. We're going to talk a little bit about Captain Boyle. Jay Boyle started his career in 1985. First assignment, 20 engine on Group C for 5 years on Communipore Avenue, if you young guys don't know. Promoted to captain in 1997. He worked at engine 7 and engine 15 for 6 years. Retired in 2015. I always remember Jay at engine 7 with Jimmy Pirro as his captain on Group D. Coming to Group D, I didn't know what I was getting into up in the Heights, but Jay and all the guys at 7 engine treated me great. One thing I do know about Jay is he has more money in a deferred comp than anybody else. So, with that said, we'd like to honor Captain Boyle on his retirement. And Jay here? Oh, there you are. Jay had to go home and count his money.
Now I have to say something. So first I want to thank Jimmy and everybody who runs this thing. It's really great. And I appreciate everybody for coming, young and old, and middle like us. And I don't know where the time went, but it went fast. I miss the people I work with. I miss the laughing. And there's nothing, like Brett said, there's nothing bad you could say about this job. Once you're on it, you know, you get in it and it's with you for life. And I just want to say thanks to everybody.
All right, good.
Next candidate, Troy introduced. His first assignment was Engine 4 down at North Avenue in the big house, which eventually moved on to Squad 4. Troy retired, all on Group D, retired 2013 out of ladder 3 on Group D with 26 years of service. In the 2 years that I was in the 3rd Battalion with Troy, I think I saw him one time. And the only thing I knew about Troy before that was that he was Steve's #1 guy because he tried to turn Squad 4 into a submarine one day. When Steed actually said no, and Troy thought it meant go, and then when he sunk Squad 4, he called him a stupid Pollock. So, with that being said, Troy, come on.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Talking to the mic.
You can hear my big mouth. I've had the best officers and the best guys in the world to work with. It's the best job in the world, and you guys make it great. Thank you.
Wally Anderson. And his captain, 13, and 12% viewers about Wally.
Squeeze here. You again? Squeeze.
This is for the walnut. He's not here. But, since I met Wally, he's been a family man, as you can see. He loves his family more than anything. He's always been a loyal and faithful employee. He followed me from 13 to MSU. Who does that? Who leaves 13? Who leaves 13? The London Lounge, no less. But he's been a great guy, and he's always he's been like a real brother to me. He's always helps me out on the side. I do things for him too, but you know, he's always been he has been a good friend since I met him, and he's a great person. Congratulations on your retirement, Walt. You know, he said he wanted to leave. He couldn't take it without me, I guess. So here he is.
No white trash.
No, with me.
How with me?
Be easy, Terry.
Terry.
You saved his ammunition for me.
Yeah, right?
Listen, it's been great. This is one of the only jobs that I could say without the shit. You're only as good as the people around you. A lot of help,
Shush.
a lot of good people. I learned a lot. I'm glad everyone here kept me safe. There's too many stories to tell. I think Pete Greasy was my first captain. I learned a lot.
That's a shame.
He ruined you. Let me tell you, they couldn't have put me in a better house, and I wanted to be like him. But I saw the way he was, the fires, and the way she was respected. And then you move on to other houses, and then you realize that all the guys are great. You know, and even Mike, I went to fire with Mike. You probably don't remember, but me, you and
Even Mike?
Danny Mac. and he actually carried me in the fire. It was great. Because, first of all, you got to take care of yourselves. You have to get checked out. You have to go to the doctor. You got to do that. So, I was going to have a test done, and I'm allergic to shellfish. And they had to inject me with something before the test because what they were going to give me was going to make me reactive to the shellfish. So they gave me a drug to keep me from, having an effect. So the next day I had a test, but I'm hoping like hell we don't get a fire this day. It was deep, and I was at 8-inch. And we just picked up our lunch. You remember that? And we sit down and this fire comes in right up the block. So we go to the fire. And now I'm saying to myself, I got to show this young guy how we do this. And I turn around and he was gone. He had the nozzle, he was inside, and knocked the fire down by the time I got up. And I got outside and I was like, And I just wanted to thank him in the worst way. And this is a young guy coming on the job with good training. And what I found out later was that when I read the side effects of the drug, that it would make you feel claustrophobic and feel short of breath. And this was actually the next day. So when I say you got to take care of yourself, you actually, when you're taking care of yourself, everyone doesn't know what you're taking and what you're doing and what drug or whatever you have to take before test or whatnot. But you have to read the instructions. And I didn't do that at first. And Mike carried me in this fire, basically, and it was over with, and I really didn't do anything. And we looked great. We were first to, and I thank you for that. And I say this all to say that.
How much did he pay you for this story?
He paid me a lot of money. No, but
That was Viagra you took.
that day, actually, and I don't want to hold this up. But that day, I should have taken.
Negative.
I should have came to work that day. You know, but I didn't know that because I didn't read the instructions. So, but you have to take care of yourself. You have to monitor yourself. You have to monitor the drugs you use. You got to get checked out. You got to get your prostate checked. You know, it's a weird check. You got to get your colon checked. That was another story. In the firehouse. You know, the good thing is, this is the type of job that you can actually come to work and tell these stories, and the guys make it fun. You know what I mean? You make a joke out of it, you laugh about it, and you feel comfortable with it, because let's face it, getting your prostate checked is not comfortable. You have to get it done, and that's what it is. But thank you, Mike. Be greasy. Job, Jimmy Carroll, and a lot of guys embraced me in this job. And Bill Anderson. I can tell a story about everyone in here. I'll be here all night. You know, I don't want to do that too much. You know, Avery.
Wally, seven guys after you. Come on.
See? No, I thought I was the last guy. See, that's why I put it. Sam Coy, Chief Zija. You know,
Joey Grom.
my wife, I had to thank my wife. I didn't forget you. This is great. Thank you. Stalin. Bella. And you know what? I gotta say this. He's out here right now. Famous word of Ollie Overby. Fuck
right.
Chris.
Our next retiree is Captain Wayne Dombrowski. And have one of his crew come on after the beat.
Hey, you retired?
And we'll just say a few words about his captain.
Good evening, guys. Okay, a new guy on the job as well.
Who the fuck are you?
Same fucking place as you, asshole. I came on the job in 2011. Dombrowski was my last stop, my probationary year.
Why did you didn't hear that?
I think there was an engineer at the time. I was told there was someone over there that day, and talking to Butcher Lopez and Claudio, kind of had my doubts about going out of there because of some of the stuff I heard prior to that. But the day I walked over there, walked in, my head up. Wayne was sitting there and gave me a good old good morning, and that was pretty much it for the entire day. That's it. Never saw him till lunch. Came on down for dinner. After that, I didn't see him. Had a good couple months over there with Wayne. Thank God we had Smitty over there in our house. Took off most of the slack from Dombrowski. We wanted to throw it at me. We threw it at Smitty instead. But it was a good year and a half that I had with Wayne. He took us out a lot of time. We did learn a lot of stuff with Wayne. Became good friends with Wayne. We still talk to this day. And Wayne, I just want to say congratulations. You deserved it. You earned it. Enjoy it. Come on up, Cap.
great time, it was a great career. A lot of new faces in the audience, a lot of young guys here. Listen to your officers. They know what they're doing. They know how to fight a fire. And always stay safe. That's the main thing. Don't take any chances. It's not worth it. Stay safe. I love you guys. And thanks for the memories.
Firefighter Tommy Shaw. A large number of people want to come here and talk about Tommy. Tommy came on the job in 1988. And he walked into engine 19, and we knew we had something special there. He's right here.
He's short.
You gotta get in line, Troy.
I'm in the medical center. This isn't the urinal. Get out. Guy comes up next. Can you piss for me? What? No, I need somebody to piss for me. Are you ready?
He's short.
Really, can you do that?
Can't hear you, asshole!
That was him. Remember that stuff? I had to get that way.
Now everybody else goes through it, thank you. Well, I passed my own Who were you thinking
There's many stories said about Tommy Shaw tonight. And, I don't know whoever named Tommy Beep Beep. Was it Big Joe? They hit it right on the head. Beep Beep Tommy. But in all seriousness, Tommy's got the biggest heart that anybody ever met. Tommy do anything for you. Tommy was always there for you.
He's short.
Even though we had a lot of laughs over the years, Tommy was always there for you when you needed him. Thank you, Tommy. Bring up his last captain, Robert Jolowinski.
Don't let Wally talk coming up with it.
And Captain McGee, who all worked with Tommy in Retiree.
I knew this was going to be Steve Martin Road.
Yeah, I'm telling you the story when Jimmy Fowler lost to Tommy Shaw in the bet. It was a field goal. We went down to a catering point, and Tommy Shaw had 3 shots. The first 2 were ground balls. The last one went right through the uprights.
That is true.
And that cost Jimmy the shirt.
All you gotta say is bet.
That's the only good thing. We got a lot of.
Bruno, we're here, pal. All the time, it's every time the parties in the summer. Tommy, I was thinking, I wrote a little sheet note here. I don't even need to. You made a blow gun that time, remember? Homemade blow gun? And he thought, Jerry, said, this you can't hit right down, right across the kitchen. Right through the stump. Hey, Tom, how about the time you jumped over the aerial 6 stories up, and the icing on yourself? President, fucking heart attack. How about crack babies coming around the firehouse, just getting ice pops, and the heat of the day, you get more savage and stiff and everything. I said, hold me, he went upstairs with a giant pot of ice water. Threw it out the window, hit crack baby, got me like, woo! I never seen crack baby after that one. Anybody that knows Tommy knows that he only eats meat and cake. It's a bad thing when it's after 80 degrees. You gotta go to the bathroom. So we laying in the bunk room, and then all of a sudden we hear that wet fart. And then we hear boom, 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 and the shower be running. On the canoe trip, I ran into the fireman from New York that time, having a nice small talk with some guys in the canoes. Remember you dove and you sunk 5 of their canoes. And we didn't know the one guy couldn't swim. It was true. The ultimate though was we had a big fire downtown in the cold storage building. It was about 95 degrees. You come back to Greenville. We go by the cemeteries of grass fire. Tommy's very exerted. Every time he got exerted, he got a little diarrhea. I gotta go. I'll be right back. Come back by the rig. I
I go, Tommy, there's some grease on your suspenders. I was always messing with him. What are you doing? They turn around and get shit hanging from his ears and his neck. Got diarrhea on your neck. They realized, turned one fight between 19 and 22.
Tommy Seashore.
There was another time where Tommy was driving, he was the chauffeur. It was about 85 degrees and it was at night and we had a dumpster fire. So we go to the dumpster, fully involved. And Timmy O'Callahan turns around and says, Tommy, charge the line. And Tommy wasn't at the pump panel. He said, where the hell is Tommy? He was in the woods taking the shit. How about the wood chipping contest, huh?
Let's hear for Tommy
We made a bet, you could shot through that petrified piece of a railroad tie.
Tommy Seashore.
It wasn't my leg, my third leg.
Yeah. And there was another one, there was a softball game going on. And
Tommy
Chief O'Reilly was playing third base. The foul ball was hit. So Tommy grabbed the foul ball and threw it and hit the branch. And hit Chief O'Reilly right there and knocked him out.
What about when he bit the egg?
How many bit the egg in the microwave? He couldn't wait. Come back from the box, he was starving. It was 33 burns in the lips. How about the time we tried to steal a plane, come back to the ski races? That was good. All I know is one time when I was in the gym, Tommy came, he laid the bottle with me under my truck, held me for about an hour and a half, Tom. I'll never forget you, buddy. Thanks very much.
Yeah, we never got it.
Yeah, never got down. He helped anybody. He's the greatest guy in the world. We love him. Yeah! We love you, brother.
Seashore. Oh, Tommy Seashore. Say a few words, Tommy Seashore.
I knew this was going to turn into a game on Russ.
Seashore.
I knew it from day one. But I like to say, the job
Tommy
is great.
Seashore.
Great people to work with. I was blessed to work with Jimmy first day out of the gate. And it's been downhill ever since. I retired with my boy Flipped Up. And just can't say enough about the people you work with. That's what makes the job. Not about the job, it's about the people you work with. And as long as you have good people, this job is great. Thank you.
Yeah! We're a full 50-50 now. I'm going to have Captain Lee come up. I'd like to thank the casino in the park, Captain Lee. They do an unbelievable job, the staff. Every time we come here, it's so nice to be here, and they treat us so well. Thank you. We got $355 for the winner. Oh, yeah. Okay, ready, guys? We got 484 0515. That's 484 0515. All right, again, it's 484 0515. Someone must have it. Joey Brummy, take it to it.
I gotta wait for Terry's glasses to look at mine. Yeah, me too.
One more time, Terry.
Danny, text me.
One more time, okay. 484 0515.
That's his regrets.
No, I ain't got it.
Jay,
brother. What is it, 355?
Thanks for the donation. I can pay my child support this month.
don't have to work for your brother.
No work, no pain tomorrow.
I pulled relatives to work.
Get her a kiss. Joey, take her upstairs.
Before we finish up, I want to thank you guys for helping me on my committee. Mike Budnick, come on up, Mike. Johnny Cruz, Ron Cruz, Mike Foster. Mike Manzo, come on, Mike.
Johnny Cruz is an asshole.
I want to thank everybody for coming. Like I said before, Group D has the greatest retired guys. They come out every racket. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys make this racket what it is.
Fuck Cruz!
Hey, have a good night.
Some things never change.